What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. For those of you who are new here, my name is Jeremy. I am an online entrepreneur and I've been doing dropshipping now for about 2 years. And today I wanted to talk about probably the most common question that gets asked, and it is the most basic question, and that is, what is dropshipping? Now, I know a lot of you guys probably already know what dropshipping is if you're intermediate or you have already started, but I wanted to make this video because I still get people asking after they watch some of my other videos or they don't understand exactly what it is that I do. So I wanted to create this video just to kind of explain exactly what dropshipping is and help those beginners out. But if you already know what dropshipping is, just go ahead and leave a like, and if someone asks you what is dropshipping, just go ahead and give them this video and hopefully I'll save you some time. Alright, so before we jump into what dropshipping actually is, let's take a step back and talk about what e-commerce is. E-commerce is basically just selling any type of product online. So if you think of a company like Amazon, they're an e-commerce company. They're selling products via the internet. Now, it's not just companies that are selling products only online. You can think of companies like Walmart or Target that have physical locations, but they also have an e-commerce site, which is just walmart.com or target.com, where they sell products directly to customers online. But e-commerce doesn't only apply to large big box retailers or huge companies. If you think of a clothing brand or a candle brand or anything like that, they could be selling online as well. Although their shop is going to be smaller than something like Amazon or Walmart, just the act of selling items online is what e-commerce is. Just last year, e-commerce sales grew by 18%. Customers worldwide spent a massive $2.86 trillion online, increasing online share of total retail sales to north of 15%. And the leading company in this space? Yep, you guessed it, Amazon. With reported sales around the $280 billion mark, Amazon dominates online retail, with eBay at a not-so-close second. Alright, so now that you know what e-commerce is, let's talk about what dropshipping exactly is. So me as a seller, I have a shop or I sell on a platform like Amazon or eBay, and when a customer comes to my website and purchases an item, then I relay that order over to my supplier, and the supplier ships the item directly over to the customer. So the great thing about dropshipping is that I, the seller, don't have to hold any inventory. And unlike other e-commerce business models, I don't have the risk of buying the inventory up front, holding it, and hoping that it'll sell. So like I said, once an order comes in to me as a seller, what I'm gonna do is relay that order over to my supplier. And then once the supplier ships the item out, they're gonna provide me with a tracking number that I relay back over to the customer, and then I deal with any types of returns or any customer service issues. So your job as the drop shipper is basically to take care of the shipment and any customer service issues that arise within that transaction. Now, I know that is a very general explanation of what dropshipping is, so let's get into some of the details so I can explain it further and hopefully you'll understand better. So there are a ton of different ways that you can go about dropshipping, and there are basically 3 main business models that I think you should know. So let's go ahead and jump into those. The first 2 I'll briefly talk about, and then the last one is going to be what I mostly talk about on this channel, and I'll get into real detail about that. So the first one is Shopify, and the reason I use air quotes is because it's not technically just Shopify dropshipping. Shopify is a platform that you can build e-commerce websites on, so it's not primarily just dropshipping. This can be for any type of e-commerce website. But the basic premise of Shopify dropshipping is that you're going to be dropshipping from Chinese suppliers. So you'll build out your website, you find your products on a website like AliExpress or DHgate, and then you import those into your Shopify site and you build a brand. And with this brand, then you're going to be running targeted ads, either Facebook ads or Instagram ads or Instagram influencers, and you're going to drive the traffic to your website and try to convert those views into customers. So with Shopify, you're going to be having these high margin items, but as you would guess, this stuff is coming from China, so the shipping times are going to be long and you're going to have to deal with a lot more customer service issues. But the great thing about it is that you're actually going to be able to build a brand and you could potentially sell this site later on down the line. But as a beginner, I wouldn't really suggest this business model because there's so many moving parts to it. And the fact that you have to learn how to run paid advertisements in the beginning, usually people don't have a large enough budget to supplement that initial loss that they spend on Facebook ads or Instagram ads. So as this is a great business model, I think that it's not the best business model for beginners. So the second business model is wholesale dropshipping. Now, this has been popularized by the course or the brand Dropship Lifestyle, which you may have heard of before. And the basic premise behind this is that you're going to be getting wholesale contracts from popular brands in the US or Australia or the UK, mostly done in Western countries. And with this contract, you'll be buying the items at a wholesale price, and they're going to be drop shipping those items directly over to your customers. So the great thing about this is that you have that wholesale contract with them, so you're legally allowed to sell those products. You're also getting it for a wholesale price, so the profit margins on this are good. But some of the downfalls to this are that you don't really have a return label. Most of the time, these suppliers are not going to provide you with return labels, so that cost is going to come out of your pocket most of the time. But it still is a great business model because you're still able to build this on Shopify, and you're able to build a brand and potentially sell your brand later on down the line. But again, with this business model, you are going to have to learn how to run paid advertisements, so there is going to be a cost in the beginning. However, you're probably not going to be running Facebook ads or Instagram ads. You're going to be running more of Google PLA or shopping ads, which are a bit less risk. But in the beginning, if you don't really know what you're doing, you could end up losing some money. And the last business model that we're going to be talking about is online arbitrage. And this is the model that I've been doing for the past 2 years and have the most knowledge in. And the reason that I'm going to be going over this specific business model longest is because of the fact that I think this is the best business model for beginners to get into. So if this is a business model that you're interested, you can go ahead and check out some of my other videos that I have, which I'll link up here. But the general concept of online arbitrage, or what is more popularly known as eBay or Amazon dropshipping, is when we use big box suppliers like Walmart or Home Depot to fulfill the orders. So me as a seller, I have an account on eBay and Amazon, and I have products that are listed from Walmart or Home Depot or other big box suppliers. And when an order comes in, I just go directly to a site like Walmart and I fulfill the order. So what I would do is I put in the customer's shipping information for the item, and then I ship that product directly over to the customer. And then I'll get a tracking email from Walmart, and then I insert that tracking number into the eBay or Amazon order. Now, I know what you may be thinking, why doesn't the customer just go directly to Walmart instead of buying it from us on Amazon or eBay? Well, the fact of the matter is, most people just want the convenience. They shop on Amazon all the time, and if an item is priced within the price range they think that item should be, they'll just go directly over to Amazon and buy it without even thinking about it. Most people aren't gonna go check Amazon and then check Walmart and then check Home Depot and then Bed Bath & Beyond and so on, right? Most people will price shop around a couple of places, but a lot of the items that we're actually selling are under $50. So for most people, when they have an item that's under 50 bucks, they're typically able to just go ahead and buy it regardless of the price, as long as it's in that price that they have set in their mind. So if you're selling a product that is a little bit over the retail cost of Walmart, and it is the market price on Amazon or on eBay, then customers are just gonna buy it. I know this was a concept that I didn't really understand in the beginning. It's something that you really need to see. So let's go ahead and jump into the computer and I'll show you guys an example. All right, so we're on Home Depot's website. Let's try to find an item that sells for more on eBay and on Amazon. So on Home Depot's, I'm gonna just type in hammer. And let's pick one of these. And all we do is just copy the title. And we're gonna paste it over here into Amazon. And same thing here in eBay. And let's just take a look at this photo again. So we've got a Milwaukee 22 ounce milled face framing hammer, and it's got a red handle here and it has this little hook at the end. So let's try to find this item on eBay and Amazon. So these are going to be all the items that are for sale, but on the left hand side you can go to sold items, and this is actually going to bring up the items that have actually sold. So we see here is one that sold February 28th. We can click on that, and it looks like this guy sold 4 of them. So we can actually click on this and see the date that he sold them. So he sold 4 of these hammers in the month of February, and if we look at the price, it's $36.50, and over here it's about $30, right? So he's selling it for $6 more over on eBay, and it looks like he's made 4 sales in February, and you can tell this is the same item, same photo. They just copied this photo over from Home Depot onto eBay, and we see here same model number, so it's the same item. Now let's check on Amazon. All right, again, we have the item right here, and it looks like this is actually going for quite a bit more on Amazon. We see it selling for $44.80, which is the lowest seller here, and here it's selling for $30. So they're making a pretty good profit off of this one. The eBay looks like they're making a little less profit, but still making sales. So as you can see in that example, the item did sell quite a few times, and it was higher than the price at the source, and it continues to sell. Now, I know that the profit on that wasn't extreme. It wasn't $50 or $100, but with this type of drop shipping, we're gonna be selling high volume anyway. So the game with this is high volume. We're not going for high profit, low volume. And the great thing about this business model is that because eBay and Amazon already has the traffic, we don't need to run paid traffic like Facebook ads or Google PLA ads or Instagram ads like those other 2 business models of dropshipping. Customers are so used to buying on these platforms that they're going to keep coming back to buy the products that we need. So we as sellers go into the website, we check to see what has the high sales volume, and then we check to see if we can get it at our source for a better price and make a profit on the markup. So as you can imagine, this is the easiest way to get started as a beginner, because you don't need to have any type of design skill or skill to run paid advertising. You can literally go and do product research, find some items, and get a sale the next day. And the risk for this is relatively low because, for example, on eBay, when you get paid for an item, it goes directly into your PayPal. So you're getting the money before you actually purchase the product. Now with Amazon, it's a little bit different because you only get paid every 2 weeks. So with Amazon, you either need to have some cash in the beginning to get started or a line of credit. And whenever people ask me what is the best way to get into e-commerce, I still suggest starting off on eBay and then moving over to Amazon dropshipping because of the fact that it's so low risk and you don't really need much startup capital to get started. And I think with this method, there's more room for error because of the fact that you're not having that upfront cost of buying advertisement or stocking items like you would in Amazon FBA or similar business models. And I think you could actually see a profit within a couple of weeks of starting, which gives you a confidence boost, especially as a beginner. If you do have some experience running Facebook ads or Instagram ads and experience creating websites, and you have a little bit of money to spend, then I would suggest you starting with Shopify dropshipping. But in most cases, like I said, if you're just starting off with e-commerce, I still think that eBay and Amazon dropshipping is the way to go because of the low risk and the low startup capital. All right, so that about wraps it up. I hope I was able to clarify what dropshipping is. And I know you guys probably have some beginner questions right now. I was coming up with some questions, but I couldn't really think of anything off the top of my head. So if you guys do have some more questions, please just drop them down in the comments below, or you can DM me here on Instagram. And thank you guys so much for watching, and until the next video, peace.